I want to thank everybody for coming on back and taking a look at the November update video. First year fig garden still going strong. Feeling like one of those days where very happy for the climate. I'm in 10A and this is actually filmed on November 23rd. It's quite warm. Gets cold at night. We're only getting down into the low 40s every few nights. So as you can see, everything pretty much looks the same as last time. Things are a little bit taller, a little bit older, lost a few leaves to fig rust. Obviously the passion fruit's doing well on top of the patio cover. You can see Palmata hybrid, even taller. The taller have all gotten taller, but just a little bit, not as much rapid growth as before. We've seen a few ripen. I'll show you which ones added to the ripening. And then we'll talk about what's going on in the last month. The biggest story, the plan to let everybody go smoothly into dormancy. It's working well. Most of the trees are lignified all the way up to about the last 6 inches. In terms of overall growth for the year, you can see that they're kind of all topping out about the same spot. The JH Adriatic is the tallest, about 11 feet off the ground, including the pot. I haven't measured it, so I'll update on that later, but all the others seem to be getting right about the same spot. We got the Col de Dame Noir. One in the center frame is, on the far side is the Basilica Melissi. Closest to us is the Palmata hybrid, number 3. Next group, they're both the same height. You got Col de Dame Blanca Negra closest to us, and their little hummingbird friend, the shorter of the two Col de Dame Noirs. All of them seem to be topping out right there. Palmata hybrid, back on this side, but it's way up there as well. All about in the 9-foot range for plant growth, 9 to 10 feet. Which makes sense, they all got the same fertilizer, water regimen, kind of neat. Now for those watching, the season-long mystery has finally been resolved with everybody finally ripening all their figs. The mystery 3 have settled in. This is Pastilier, though at a time it was unknown. This one is our Col de Dame Mutante, which is the tallest of the mystery 3, about 9 feet off the ground. And then Col de Dame Blanca Negra. So it took all season. Be careful, remember, do not mix up your tags. If you remember back my self-deprecating story, when I was bleaching, I'm doing root cuttings in the spring. My bleach took off the marker that I used on those 3. Luckily, I had my list and all the others stayed on, so everyone else doing all right. If we take a look at things in the short section, the Figo Preto, which was 4 inches tall and in July, is now 6 feet off the ground, or you can see it's at the top of its stake, so it's 5 foot from soil to top. Next up, Col de Dame Roja, not quite to the 5-foot spot. Same thing here for my smaller of my 2 Craven's Cravings. Fortissa Negra Ramada is now the shortest out of everybody. We have even the air layer of the Rucharella de Elba is much taller than our guy. He's also one of the only ones that has not put out any ripe figs yet. Have not tasted one. They're still down there. They're still doing their thing. Nobody's dropped or aborted, but that's a drag that we haven't tasted yet. But it's still going on. You can see I haven't lost all my leaves. Things are still looking just the same as they were in October for the most part. Everyone's a little bit taller, but growth has slowed a lot. We've gotten ripe figs off of several new ones. I'll show you those. and really the only ones that have not put out a ripe fig are the Neruciola de Alba, which kind of makes sense. It typically does that earlier in the year, and now we're way late, so cold probably signals end of season to that plant because it's supposed to be an early producer. And Clozee Roja, no figs, and our Borso Negra Romana. These are the only 3 out of every, oh, sorry, and the Figo Preto. They've all made a lot of figs. Those are just the only 4 that I have not tasted yet. I'll show you the big exciting news on probably my most favorite, the way it ripens, is the Partage Romana, the Partage Romana. It literally, since it started, since we last spoke, because it had not put out any ripe figs back at the October video, but it, when it finishes one, it starts the next one and the next one. So there's 2 working as one is getting set to ripe. There are 2 more getting ready. So it's been constant, literally since I set down the camera for the October video, that one started putting out. You can see people are tilting. I just moved around the pots. But, oh, the other one, no figs, Genovese Nero. Still has not given us any. I've trimmed off some of them, so taking off the top 2 and the bottom 2 figs to maybe stimulate it to do something. Not worked. Has not worked. We've gotten figs off of my 2 red tags, right? Red tag means that it is a Smyrna fig, needs pollination, and both of those have given figs since the October videos, and those are great. Again, they're all first-year trees, so there's nothing too tremendous about it, but you could tell they're super high quality. Of all the first-year figs, the Palmata hybrid was probably one of the very best. Texture, flavor, you can tell it's going to be great next year. The most exciting part of that is that that I have local fig wasps, because I don't have any Capri figs. Anything that came in was just a local wasp coming by, and we only saw that one in like the August video. I never saw any others other than that, but obviously they worked their way in because we also got them on the Vasilica Melissi. 3 of those, and that's the last one that still needs to ripen a little bit. But that guy grew big and tall and gave us so far 2 pretty great figs. Those take a long time to ripen. Do not pull those off too early. I made the mistake on one of those. You got a Vasilica Melissi. Let that thing go way past when you think it's going to be ripe. All right, that's enough for here. Project plants, we have the Adriatic JH, which is just a little sucker I pulled out with all the sensitivity of pulling a weed. I'll probably use this as a rootstock because it grows so well. It's my tallest tree this year. Use it as a rootstock for some slower growing cuttings that I have coming in. This is our Isbat Anaj plant I purchased as a tiny little 4-inch plant from back east. It has kicked into gear, doing well. And then the Canadria, same grow. I have to get that grower's name for you. Cuttings came in great quality, well packaged very quickly. Very happy with the health of these. Canadria, I look forward to these for next season. And then my cutting, Golden Riverside. You can see it's putting out a lot of figs at the end of the year. And it's about 6 feet tall. The big plants, all doing well. Looking at the Golden Riverside, it has matured into a very nice looking tree. A little wide. Up top takes up quite a bit more space. But 4 scaffolds. The new scaffold I needed grew out this year. No complaints. Put out a lot of fruit. Took some cuttings off that tree myself. Grew 4 or 5 of these golden riversides and distributed them to friends and family. And this one's getting ready to go into its final home at one of my neighbors. Definitely put out some beautiful figs towards the end of the season. I don't know that they'll ripen in time, but maybe. It's the end of November. So let's recap the overall height. They look like they've stopped growing for the year. So I'll do a measurement and I'll give a recap of where everyone's ended up by the end of November. I don't think they're gonna put on any more than another inch or two between now and the end of December, when I figure they will start to go dormant. In 10A here, we really don't expect our first hard freeze of 28 degrees to come till about January 1st. So it's just gonna be slow and steady from now on. Almost like suspended animation, because it should get cold enough at night that they don't do much. But it's not cold enough to be in dormancy. So right here, I'll recap everybody's heights. As we look forward to the year ahead, I'll be doing some rooting and cuttings, just like everyone else. A lot of the big players are having their cutting sales. I definitely pick some up. Fig Father Basement Figs Fig Talk crew have put out his cutting sale, and that's a great one. Take a look at that if you haven't already. And coming up in future, I will put together, a little rooting video of my own so everyone can see what nonsense I do. Until then, enjoy what's going on with your figs and start getting ready for next year.